Sa mundo ng palakasan, minsan ay may nagwawagi, minsan ay may natatalo, minsan ay may nagkakampyon, at minsan may nadadapa. Pero ang pinakamatinding test of character is kung gaano katatag ang iyong pananampalataya despite ang lahat ng ito. In this video, naglista ako ng 7 Pinoy athletes na deboto Katoliko. Watch until the end dahil may fan favorite athlete dito na baka hindi mo alam, laging may dalang rosaryo. Okay, wag na nating patagalin pa. Simulan na natin sa number 1. Former Ateneo Blue Eagle player, Rain or Shine player, Gilas Pilipinas star, at isa din siyang TV host, none other than Chris Tew. Kilala sa kanyang humility at clean image, pero ang secret behind that ay ang kanyang malalim na Catholic faith. Magandang role model si Chris sa mga kabataan and he promotes chastity. Panoorin natin itong interview niya from Live Pure.
Why should they practice chastity? To me, it's a manifestation of true love. When you're young, you tend to rationalize that having sex is the real manifestation of love, which is untrue, because having sex not the right circumstance. When you're not married, it's something superficial and fleeting, and it's not going to give you lasting happiness that you long for.
Thank you, Chris. Minsan din ay na-meet niya si Papa Francisco sa Vatican and he had his kids baptized to the faith. And he follows Christ by sharing his blessings through the virtue of charity. Naway dumami pa ang celebrities at atleta na gumaya kay Chris Tew. Okay, simula pa lang yan. Dumako na tayo sa number 2. Mula sa Ateneo, pumunta naman tayo sa aking alma mater, sa UST. Si EJ Obiena, ang pole vaulter superstar ng Pilipinas, na hindi lang tumatalon para sa medalya, tumatalon din siya para kay Lord. As of August 12, 2025, he is ranked world number 5 in men's pole vault by the World Athletics Rankings. Nakatanggap siya ng isang gold medal sa Asian Games at 3 sa Southeast Asian Games, among other competitions na sinalihan niya. Although hindi siya pinalad makakuha ng medal noong 2024 Paris Olympics, but he finished 4th. Not bad for the first Pinoy pole vaulter na nakapasok sa Olympics. Hindi madali ang journey ni EJ at nasangkot pa siya sa ilang kontrobersya. But despite that, bawat talon ni EJ glorifies the Lord. Dahil sa bawat talon niya ay nagdadasal ng rosaryo ang nanay niya. Si EJ ay from UST Electronics Engineering ang course at binigyan ng Pope John Paul II Award ng school. May kilala pa akong isang taong ganyan. Paladasal din si EJ. Sabi niya dito sa isang post, I rest in you. 1 month to go. Praying for less distraction, deterrent, and mishaps, to focus at the task at hand and getting me and my team zoned in. Dito naman, after being number 5 in the world, sabi niya, an ordinary man guided by God's extraordinary grace. I may not meet the expectation of all, but I keep trying. Thank you for all the prayers and support. Talagang nakaka-inspire ang kwento ni EJ. So number 3, balik na naman tayo sa Arneo. Say what you want about Ateneo, but they produced really faithful Catholic athletes. Dahil 3 sa listahan na ito ay galing sa school na yon. And here's the second one of them, a queen of Philippine volleyball, Alyssa Valdez. Hindi lang siya kilala sa kanyang spikes, kilala din siya sa kanyang faith. Sa article na ito, she talks about the power of prayer. Sabi dito sa article ay laging nakikita ang bumubulong ng dasal si Alyssa sa ball bago siya mag-serve. In crucial moments of the game, makikitang nagsasign of the cross si Alyssa. And here's Alyssa solemnly praying to the Lord. Ayon kay Alyssa, my relationship with God is like my relationship with volleyball, but greater. I can't live without it. I can't live without Him. I can't sleep nor start my day without mentioning or thinking about Him. Isang malaking test of faith ang pagkatalo, and in these instances, here's what Alyssa have to say. Sometimes you'd question din talaga, why would He give these losses, these challenges? But when you come to think of it, you'd realize these things make you who you are and make you a stronger individual. Si Alyssa Valdez, isang champion hindi lang sa laro, kundi pati sa pananampalataya. At number 4, may underdog story siya. Nagbigay sa atin ng silver medal from the Tokyo Olympics. Si Carlo, paalam. Mahirap ang pinagdaanan ni Carlo. Hindi lang sa boxing, kundi pati sa buhay. Dati siyang tagapulot ng basura sa landfill ng Cagayan de Oro City. Ngunit dahil sa pagpupursige at sa maraming dasal, ay nakamit niya ang tagumpay. Nung tinanong si Carlo kung ano ang nagpanalo sa kanya laban sa favored opponent from Uzbekistan, sabi niya ay tiwala lang sa sarili at sa Panginoon. Laging nakikita si Carlo na nagdadasal sa ring or nagsa-sign of the cross. Nung haharapin niya ang biggest fight in his life, ang tanging hiniling niya sa milyon-milyong kababayan is to pray for me. At kung meron man tayong mapupulot na aral mula sa mga Pinoy athletes na ito ay ang power of prayer. Stick around kayo until the end dahil marami pa tayong fan favorites sa video na ito. Pero bago yan, kung nag-enjoy kayo panoorin ang video, please, paki-hit naman ang subscribe button down below at paki-like na rin ang video and hit that notification bell. Kaya naman magbigay ng suggestions. May kilala ba kayong athletes na matindi ang pananampalataya? Lagay nyo lang sa comments down below at malay nyo gumawa ako ng part 2 ng listahan na ito. Okay, number 5 na tayo. Ito ang third entry natin from Arneo. Naglaro siya para sa Lady Eagles noong 2008 to 2013 at sa Petron Blaze Spikers noong 2013 to 2015. Tinulungan niya ang team niya manalo ng 2014 Grand Prix Conference. Ngayon ay full-time broadcaster na siya. Walang iba kundi si Gretchen Ho. Very open si Gretchen sa kanyang faith and she's always seen thanking God sa kanyang socials in every blessing in life. Sobra ang paghanga ni Gretchen kay Pope Francis mula nung bumisita ito noong 2015. Sabi niya about Pope Francis sa kanyang article sa Rappler titled Pope Francis Wasn't What I Expected, and I quote, "He has invited all of us to re-examine our faiths and what role it is playing exactly in our lives today. Is it a faith that is limited to the four corners of the church? Is it a faith that is just shown in our works for the poor? Or is it a faith so strong that it resonates in the way we speak, act, and live?" Nung yumao si Lolo Kiko ay naging sentimental si Gretchen. She went to the Vatican, attending Lenten Recollection and Mass for Pope Francis with Cardinal Tagle. Gretchen Ho reminds us na kahit nasa rurok ng tagumpay, sa sports, sa harap ng kamera, huwag kalimutan isabuhay ang faith. Sa number 6, siya lang naman ang kauna-unahang Olympic gold medalist ng bansa. Napanalunan niya ito noong 2020 sa Tokyo Olympics in women's weightlifting. Walang iba kundi si Heidelin Diaz. Bago niya makamit ang gintong medalya, ay dumaan si Heidelin sa isang knee injury noong 2014. Nawalan ng coach at na-implicate ni Panelo sa destabilization matrix ng Duterte administration. Kasama ang isa pang nasa listahan na si Gretchen Ho. However, ayon sa kanyang interview sa 2018 appearance niya sa Philippine Conference on New Evangelization, long before siya manalo ng gintong medalya. And I quote, "Para sa akin, natural ang masaktan. Natural na may nararamdaman tayong lungkot. Magtiwala lang kay God na may purpose para gamitin natin yon as learning para rin ma-encourage natin yung ibang tao." And by the way, hindi lang ang gintong medalya ang medal na hawak-hawak ni Heidelin sa Olympics. May devotion din siya sa Miraculous Medal of Our Lady. Noong 2024, tinupad ni Heidelin ang kanyang pangako sa Mahal na Birhen sa pagbisita niya finally sa Chapel of Our Lady of the Miraculous Medal sa Paris, France. Tunay na deboto katoliko si Heidelin. Kinasal siya sa isang Catholic church sa St. Ignatius Chapel. At ang pang number 7 na atleta natin ay walang iba kundi ang young tennis champion ng bansa, our rising star, si Alex Ayala. Napunta si Alex sa radar ng maraming Pinoy nung tinalo niya ang former Grand Slam champion sa Miami Open kung saan umabot siya sa semifinals ng tournament. She made history by being the first Pinoy ever to win a Grand Slam match sa US Open noong 2025. And now, she's at the top 50 ng Women's Tennis Association. Yung emotion and energy alone kapag pinapanood mo si Alex ay nakakakilabot na. Pero ang mas nakakakilabot ay ang kanyang pananampalataya. Lagi siyang nagdadasal ng Our Father and Hail Mary sa court ayon sa interview na ito.
Are you superstitious? Sometimes.
What do you got?
When I would get nervous, I would say a prayer before the point. And if I won the point, I had to say the same prayer. And if I lost the point, I would switch to a different prayer.
You switch to a different prayer.
Yeah, so if I won the point with Our Father, I'd say Our Father the next point. And if I won the point on Hail Mary, then I'd say Hail Mary.
Although it was framed in a way as an answer to the question, are you superstitious? I'm pretty sure Alex didn't mean na superstition ang pagdadasal. Kaya I forgive you for that, Alex. Besides, it's a breath of fresh air makadinig ng isang atleta na nasa peak ng kanyang career na nagdadasal ng mga Catholic prayers. Very interesting ang sinabi ng commentator na ito about Alex when asked kung ano ang laman ng kanyang bag. Pakinggan natin.
You know, everybody wants to know what kind of things you carry in your bag when you come on the court. You know what she carries every match? Rosary beads.
Oh, cool.
Not surprising knowing
Yes.
the Philippines.
Yep.
Sabi nila, the rosary is the most powerful weapon. And it's true even for Alex. Nakakatuwa din yung mga tao sa internet. May bracelet si Alex at zinum nila ito. Mababasa mo na ang nakasulat sa bracelet ay God's timing. Nakaka-inspire talaga ang mga achievements, kwento at pananampalataya ng mga atletang ito. Kung gusto nyo ma-inspire palalo, gumawa ako ng video on 7 celebrities, artista naman, na sobrang deboto sa kanilang Catholic faith. You can watch it right here.